Well, it appears the recording hasn't broken. So, we'll roll with it and I'll explain this to anyone who just joined or the recorded side. I used to record this in a 4:3 ratio, which means it just automatically put black bars on the side of the video, but now I've decided to just make it 16:9 and put my own crap on the side of the video, like the chat from the live stream and a camera with me in it and my dumb smile. So that's really all that's changed. Other than that, I went into R&D. You might notice the funds are really low, automatically indeed, and basically just went through and started researching a bunch of crap that I've already passed up, like all of the holes, for instance, just to get them out of the way. So all of these things are researching now, just so when they're done, it'll actually tell me, you know, if there's any new holes that I don't, know about. Hiccup and stuff like that. So that's all I've really done off camera since last time, I think. I keep hiccuping. That's a bad sign. Let's go to battle. And maybe battles will keep me from hiccuping bloody constantly. Apparently your laptop can't handle live streams anymore. The video's lagging terribly, but the audio's fine. What is the gun size of the main guns? 80 centimeter, and they are 75 caliber.
All hands alert.
You can see right there. 80 centimeters. They're big.
Secondary objective added.
The biggest main gun size you can get is 100 centimeters, but I personally haven't found a reason to use 100 centimeter. So there's a fleet behind me. That's a thing I wish wasn't occurring. Can I target the bloody... No, not that one. The one right next to me. You pile of trash.
Enemy ship sunk. Enemy ship sunk.
How come these things don't kill them in one hit sometimes? Like, sometimes they just... They don't do the right damage. I'm gonna have to sit for an hour when they all finish. What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Anything else? Missiles? That's a thing that occurred. What do we have? Destroyer Yugumus. There's a fleet right next to me. Would you please stop spawning next to me? Tone. Cruiser Tone. Not so sure about that. And Alaska. Alaska, Tone, South Dakota, and Yugumo. Whatever. Something like that. Oh, and you have to click through all the new stuff. The thing with that is you can just push start. That skips everything, which is a handy feature to have. How did I miss you people? Like, seriously? Or are they just really strong? I just missed them a bunch. I don't know what's happening. There's missiles and it's killing the frame rate. I actually only just now learned that you could just push start and skip the research stuff. I had played the original game, or sorry, not the original game, but the game through, you know, several times, and I've just now figured this out. I think I figured it out last night or something. Not sure exactly. I should pick up these parts. That sounds like a good thing to do. Kill this guy. Is there a carrier somewhere, or what's going on here? Can you not shoot me while I pick up parts for a moment? What are my objectives, actually? Sink submarines, kill dudes, go to the thing, yeah, whatever. This version of the mission, you can't actually just go straight through. Well, you can, but you're probably going to die if you do that. As opposed to the original one where you could ignore every enemy in the area. Yeah, enemy ship sunk. I'm fully aware, dude. So how about the railgun ship? Haven't built one. Presumably still never will. What is with these cruisers and not dying when I shoot them? That was not part of the itinerary. Like, the battleships know what's up. Maybe later today I'll go ahead and build a railgun boat and show you why I don't use railgun boats. I'm not going to use a railgun boat, but I guess I can show it to you. What's going on over here? Why are you alone? You gonna drop anything fancy? You didn't drop anything at all. That's disappointing. The dude's just floating along, doing whatever he does. No, not stuff not in range. I can see something in range.
Enemy ship sunk.
So that's all the subs over here, and I think there's 2 over
Enemy
there.
ship sunk.
I need 5 more. Is the entire other side full of them? I forgot.
Enter engagement mode.
I think there might be a couple too many missile
Secondary
launchers on this.
objective added.
Sink 10 enemy ships. Mission completed. Well done!
Moderate damage.
I sound like I dread that with great intensity. I do. These dudes are firing lasers. I should kill them.
Enemy ship sunk.
Because lasers are bad for my
Enemy
health.
ship sunk. Enemy battleship
It's probably
sunk.
those keys, actually. Everything else we've already seen.
Enemy ship sunk.
And I don't think they were firing lasers, so I'm gonna guess it was the battleships. So
Enemy battleship sunk.
solved that problem. Enemy ship sunk. Enemy plane sunk. I'm on fire.
Enemy ship sunk.
Where's the ship? Can't see through the smoke. That is kind of a problem with these, and it kills the frame rate. Like,
Enemy ship sunk.
badly kills the frame
Stop
rate.
engine. Reverse engine. Fire contained.
Darn right, fire contained.
Stop engine. Full speed ahead.
Sadly, I don't believe these rams will actually fire on ground targets. In fact, we can test that.
Engagement mode.
No, they won't fire on ground targets.
Enter engagement mode.
So when I go into engagement mode, they aren't shooting the shoreline. Which
Cancel
sucks, but
engagement mode.
they are anti-air missiles after all. There's a lot of planes they're shooting apparently, but whatever.
Enemy ship sunk.
You're darn right enemy ships sunk. I still don't understand why some of these don't die. They're all the same submarine. They all have the same health. These missiles all do the
Enter
same
engagement
damage.
mode. Secondary objective.
Why do they not die sometimes? Following allies will now have safe passage. Except I don't have any allies. They don't get a direct hit. It's a missile that turns into a torpedo, so it has to have a direct hit as far as I'm concerned. SSS, yes. Imaginative name is Go. I may as well kill these since I have to float past them. There's another one.
Enemy ship
Oh well.
sunk.
Guess I'm not killing that one because we're already out of the area. Oh, parts. Guess I'm not getting those parts. I should. The Heart of Cards protects them. I don't know about that.
Stop engine. Reverse engine.
Not sure that's how that works.
Stop engine.
Hello,
Full
Tuzan.
speed ahead.
Going to drop parts for me. Like the initial drop for
Enemy
the
ship
weapon
sunk.
is nowhere near where the submarine is most of the time. But once it gets in the water, it turns into a
Enter
torpedo and
engagement mode.
torpedoes things. As torpedoes do. Why, hello. How are you this fine day, sir? I wonder if there was a treasure on this map. Not every map has treasure, and not every map has treasure on certain EL layouts.
Cancel engagement mode.
EL layouts, that's redundant. That's like rip in peace. Except not as unimaginative. Unimaginative. I could have just withdrawn with the
Mission
menu, but
complete. Now, let's leave the area.
do it the old-fashioned way. Do it the way that the original game requires you. At least as far as I've played of the original game, it actually requires you to manually leave the area when your objective is complete. Yeah, whatever. Don't care about your nonsense game. A small battleship. Yes, that is the definition of a battleship that I would like to have. A small one. Got a lot of bridges, like, and a carp banner. So we got a bunch of bridges, a small battleship, and a carp banner. Okay. Whatever floats your boat, game. Ah, I made a joke. Boats, you see. And floating. And bloody Tyrannian seas. And bloody me sweating because it's like 1,000,000,000 degrees in here. By the way, this is what happens when you just mash the X button through the R&D stuff if you're curious, or you can just press start. It's done. Out of curiosity, let's look at the small battleship. I have a fan. It's I think it's like a 20-something inch ceiling fan on high 24/7. It doesn't help that there's a window right there with the blinds open, which appears to be like the surface of the sun as far as the webcam is concerned. Are we going to upgrade the submarine to Tiger Shark, or are you invincible now? The submarine will not be upgraded for a while. It will be upgraded eventually, but not for a while. So the small battleship has drastically less endurance, barely turns any better, and drastically less weight limit. How small is it, out of curiosity? Slap a structure on there randomly. There you go. So it's about that large. If we change it to, say, a German battle carrier 1. No, we have to actually use a battleship for reference. That's a fair difference in size, but I don't apply my design. I don't want to build this thing. Best battleship ever. Boat hull plus forward bridge. GG, well done. Wish I actually knew what mission specifically gave you a super carrier. I need to go look that up. Surprised you don't have a battle carrier yet? I have the hull for a battle carrier. Not gonna build one, but I have the hole for it, should I desire.
Full speed ahead. All hands alert.
This is the one that actually requires me to not blow up everything. So, time to do this really slowly because freaking can't blow up civilian buildings and these don't have very much range. So I have to blow up artillery batteries and radar installations. But not military buildings this time. I can blow them up everywhere else. Just not this time. Something here is lit up. No, it's not. It's over here. Herp, herp. Look! AGS being useful. I should blow up this airfield too, because freaking airbase. That's not how to shoot an airbase game.
Secondary objective added.
Sink submarines? Lasers? That's a lot of boats. I should probably deal with this. I think you missed an N and insulted the clan of Jujubes.
Light damage.
God dang Jujubes.
Enemy ship sunk.
I think the
Light
Norfolks,
damage.
yeah, the Norfolks have missile launchers.
Enemy
And the
ship
Yorks
sunk.
may have
Enemy ship
lasers.
sunk.
Yeah, the York have a laser. Alright. Good to know. About to ram this one. It's alright, guys, we got this.
Enemy ship sunk. Enemy ship sunk.
If you're curious why I always zoom in when I shoot, it's because it auto-targets
Enemy
whatever,
ship sunk.
rather than manually
Stop
aiming,
engine.
which takes a while.
Reverse engine. Stop engine.
We don't have
Full
time
speed
for no
ahead.
manually aiming. I got 800 seconds to blow up miscellaneous things. I could just blow up everything, let's be honest here. I'm pretty good at that
Stop
bit.
engine. Reverse engine.
Did I miss a part?
Stop engine. Full speed ahead.
Full speed in this direction.
Enemy ship sunk. Enemy ship sunk. Enemy ship
One of these
sunk.
days, I'm
Enemy
probably
ship
gonna
sunk.
start using a ship that is literally outfitted with a wave cannon as its primary weapon. Probably not for a while,
Stop
though.
engine. Reverse engine. Full speed
Destroy
ahead.
everything and blame the enemy. Alas, that is not a thing I can do. I'll just fire 2 of these stupid things. Did I fire 2? No. There's another one here. I saw it lock on. There we go. Just to make sure they're dead. Go ahead and fire twice. Like
Enemy
that.
ship sunk.
Success! And if they die early,
Enemy
well,
ship sunk.
I wasted a missile. I'll survive. Hopefully. Probably won't, but we'll see. What did you just lock onto, guns? Did this insta-kill? Yeah, they kill everything in one hit. Who blew up the weapons factory? Wasn't me. Probably was, but, you know. Maybe that's what my guns locked onto. They just randomly decided that that weapons factory needed to die. And of course there's something near that, but whatever. Gotta protect the things, whatever. There you go. Blew up a power plant, sorry. What do you want of me, game? I really like these rams, but they make it nearly impossible to see anything. They're so effective, though. Like when we were using machine guns, there would be stuff all around us, like all the time. Not anymore. Now stuff just dies, like miles away half of the time. Which is good. I don't like planes being all up in my business.
Enemy ship sunk.
I kind of wish I had radar, or sorry, sonar sometimes.
Enemy ship sunk.
Am I accidentally blowing up buildings, or what's going on here? Biznaz, that's right. Technical terminology
Secondary
for
objective
business.
complete.
Congratulations, you did an objective. Interestingly, I think the buildings you are not allowed to destroy or risk failure of the mission actually count towards the destroyed percent. I'm pretty sure it's still possible to get an S without blowing them up, obviously, otherwise you'd fail, but whatever. That's a hangar. Just blew up that hangar on accident. I'll be right. I win! I have not sunk the required submarines, though. Do I want to go back and get those? Not really. Probably not going to get an S rank now, because that's one of 3 objectives that I missed. Ground forces have become their usefulness, or something. Begun their usefulness. Yeah, no. Congratulations, you're a heartless murderer. Tons of games have said that. None of them did very well in sales, but you know. Do you wish to save? Yes, please. I think we have a boss fight soon. This may be a boss fight. Except Armored Core 4 answered. That's true. They did say you're a heartless murderer. Not specifically a heartless murderer, but you know what I mean. I heard people saying Armored Core Verdict Day is like a Chrome Hounds 2. Oh, they did directly say you're a heartless murderer? I didn't think they said that. I thought they said something else. What was it saying? People were saying Verdict Day is like Chrome Hounds 2, but I looked at it and it seems like just standard Armored Core except with multiplayer that may or may not do well. I should research all these bridges too, but I don't think I actually have to, because I don't think I get anything new in bridges. It's primarily holes that I am of interest in. Of interest in, yes. More funds. I could build a railgun ship now just to show it. See if I can actually manage to complete a mission. Design. New vessel. What should we build it on? Probably a battleship. Because I doubt anything else can actually equip them. The only battleship I have that's really useful is this one. Despite the fact I have the next rank up in that that category even. Just it's not as useful. So we'll slap down some structures, do our actually let's put the weapons first. Duck ship indeed. You like the concept of Armored Core 5, but it just seems like Armored Core 4. Armored Core 3, there's so many Armored Cores, is probably the best in my opinion. Although the controls are still a bit finicky. What am I doing here? High-tech weapons, I think? Yeah. Look at that thing. Look at it. It's beautiful. 32,000 damage, 19,000 range. It only weighs 4,000 tons. Don't worry about it. I'm tempted to put 2, but I don't think you can fire both simultaneously anyway. So what we'd end up doing is just having 2 guns, that only one of them can do anything. Best ship ever. Probably should have done an aft first since I was already over there. Was it aft? Isn't that the one where you turn for 2 months before you can turn around all the way and have a heat section? No. I'm pretty sure it had heat. In fact, I think most of the early ones had heat until 4, I think. Maybe did 4 have heat? I don't remember. Mechs were slower in 3, but that doesn't mean they're like Chrome Hound's level of generally slow. Have I played Star Sector? Probably, but I don't know. Doesn't sound familiar. Wish I had fusion reactors so badly. I desire fusion reactors, game. Give them to me. Interestingly, that actually fits. Although it's slightly inefficient because the extra bits on the end aren't as useful. So we do that. That's the main weapon. Is these railguns, which have the world's slowest reload time. And then we get something. I don't know what, but we need something for a secondary weapon that we could actually use. Not that. Spoiler. High velocity. How many of these do we have? Not enough. Not nearly enough. I mean, we could slap some main guns on there, some smaller main guns. Not really, actually. I think they'd have to be down way to here. Do these even fit, out of curiosity? No. Could do missiles. Could do some sweet 10cm guns all over it. Just auto fire everything. Let's do missiles. Because logic dictates that missile launchers. Whoops, I wasn't done. Put one more. Missile launchers, and then we will grab a single or 2, depending on how many we have. We have infinite. Grab a few of these. Grab 4. There we go. I've basically made this thing a super weapon killer now, just without using the wave cannon, which is far less interesting, let's be honest. Everyone likes the wave cannons. There was a method to the madness of me just putting things down there, by the way. It's not much of a method, but hey. I passed it, didn't I? Yep. There's also drill missiles that you can use for anti-air and anti-submarine. But they do more damage, sure, but they have much less ammunition, which is kind of a downside. They're also bigger, but that becomes less of an issue later when you have much larger hulls that can carry many more things. It's gonna be a very barren ship because that's all that's going on there. Attack system, make fire fast. And this, because we need that. I really need a better auto reload. No anti-air? I just put 2 things anti-air. Where were you at? Probably don't need firing delay either. If I need anything extra, we can slap something over firing delay, I guess. Defense system, EM shield. Steering. Forward thruster. And how much armor can we put without getting really slow? 56, 59. We can basically do 25 centimeter plating on a battleship, which is incredibly small. And there it is. You accidentally opened Explorer. Yeah, why did you remove Explorer.exe? That's like everything on the screen. Let's be honest here. So let's take this thing out and show you the primary reasons of why I don't use this thing. One is the reload time. Two is these railguns and their limited firing arc.
All hands alert. Full speed ahead.
And this is what I mean with limited firing arc. They can kind of rotate, but not really. So I can only really shoot forward and backwards with these, which essentially makes them a wave cannon just with more ammo and not quite as efficient, which sucks. But hey, be back in a few seconds. Or if you can just open the task manager and run explorer.exe. Pew.
Enemy battleship sunk.
Sure, it does a lot of damage and sounds funny, but, you know, dat reload and dat firing angle. Basically, you would do this for like 50 minutes. Weren't nice enough to give you rotating railguns? Nope. I think the tower railgun might. But the tower railgun does basically no damage, so that doesn't even kill that thing in one hit. You could eventually complete this mission, but, you know, it's gonna be a while. You can also shoot at planes with these, which is horribly inefficient, but I'll show you anyway. But anyway, we're not doing that mission with this, we're just gonna retreat.
Do you wish to pull out?
Do you wish to pull out? Yes, please. We'll take the negative reward. I think we'll survive. It's not that much anyway. You got how to get the super battle carrier? I don't want the super battle carrier. I want the super carrier. I don't want a battle carrier. You could, of course, take this thing, change the design. Weapons. We're gonna have to shift these missile launchers around. No, not those. In order to actually get this to work, and just may as well spin those around, why not? Let's actually make it look somewhat proper and spin some of these backwards so they're actually facing backwards. This isn't a proper battleship in any definition of the word anyway, so whatever. Hopefully these already fit in the space we have given them. They might not. And then we need to take, move those down, get rid of you. That might not fit. That does actually fit, which is surprising. So you put that thing on the front, then you go back down here, and you put this one on the back, and you could actually use this. This one doesn't fit. So it's slightly slower. Which, surprisingly, does actually work. It's still not the most efficient way to do it. It's really good if you want to do super weapon kills, obviously. I think I've already shown that. See, Daga? Is that for a super carrier, Astaroth, or the super battle carrier? Which I have no interest in.
Full speed ahead. All hands alert.
No, the taco's leaving.
Enemy battleship sunk.
You're darn right, enemy battleship sunk.
Enemy battleship sunk.
And this is why this is